3 minutes to go. Here is an interview I know that's going to get you talking. 10 years ago, Gayton McKenzie was released from a maximum security prison in Bloemfontein after a long jail term. Now, like most ex-inmates, he had no money and very big dreams. He went on to become one of Africa's most highly paid motivational speakers, a successful businessman and a mining consultant earning millions of dollars. He did this despite only having a matric and a violent criminal record.
Here on Morning Live. Now, as promised, a conversation with the Patriotic Alliance president now. The leader of the party, Gayton McKenzie, who is now the mayor of the Central Karoo District Municipality in the Western Cape, says that he is going to show South African politicians how to lead from the front.
74 million rand.
About my past, people don't know that I'm not even arguably, I am the most successful author in South Africa. And it's not arguably. And if anybody wants to argue that, I've made the type of money Mashaba we used to make with his books. And what's that guy's name? Prince Mashele. That's the type of money I made. My books are being turned.
Now, that's the current estimated net worth of our current Minister of Sports and Culture, Gayton McKenzie.
Yes, we are solemnly affirm that I will be faithful to the Republic of South Africa.
But let's just back up for 2 seconds here. How exactly did Gayton McKenzie make so much money?
Some of you wonder why I have my reservations about the Patriotic Alliance, and it is very simple, but I thought I should explain myself clearly. The Patriotic Alliance has decent policies that I would support, but the leader, I just fail to trust him.
But wait, an even more important question, who exactly is Gayton McKenzie? You see, a lot of us watching this video might know Gayton McKenzie as the leader of the Patriotic Alliance. We might have seen him pop up in the last 3 or probably 4 years because of his political views and his political stances. But a lot of people might not really know the deep history of Gayton McKenzie in South Africa.
And I think next time I was now a fully fledged member.
Yeah. I heard you say, I read something you said that's when you became a gangster.
Yes, a real gangster. I was in my...
From certain gang affiliations to alleged corruption, the Gayton McKenzie story goes very, very deep. And in this video, I wanted us to go on a journey into understanding the new Minister of Sports and Culture, Gayton McKenzie, and how it is that he was able to go from a life of crime in his past to becoming one of our ministers in South Africa. This story gets pretty interesting pretty quickly. So strap in for the journey because it's about to get interesting.
McKenzie has boasted a string of achievements since becoming the district mayor, from fixing potholes and swimming pools and bringing in investments and new businesses. But some residents claim these are all lies.
So in trying to do research about Gayton McKenzie, trying to figure out where he was born and how he really came up in South Africa, surprisingly there's not that much information about Gayton McKenzie's early life. However, we do know that Gayton McKenzie was born on the 10th of March 1974, and this was in Bloemfontein. Now, in growing up in the area that Gayton McKenzie grew up in, there was unfortunately a lot of gang violence. And you can imagine that it's pretty hard as a youngster to try to stay away from these gang influences. So we do know that Gayton McKenzie's gang ties go very, very back into his early teens. You see, Gayton McKenzie was a convicted former criminal of the 26 gang, and he was jailed for a robbery for 17 years. And he has been linked to gang members as a party leader of the Patriotic Alliance. So we do understand that Gayton McKenzie's early life is fraught with a lot of gang violence, a lot of gang activities, and we can see that a lot of these gang influences had pressured him into also joining this gang lifestyle. Mind you, he was a leader a gang leader of the 26 gang. He was a gang boss.
Security prison.
In Bloemfontein.
Yes, it's a maximum security prison, and they just refuse to. You see, there's a maximum, there's a medium.
Yeah.
And they would keep you. They kept me in maximum.
How did they treat you in prison? What was your life like in prison?
Respect. I had respect. I'm the 1% in jail. I got my bed made for me, my washing done for me. I was a respected man because I was already a made man when I came to jail. And I had a name. And I can't say that to anyone. I can't say that of everyone going to jail.
Well, almost no one.
Yeah, just a few of us. I mean, like I had a name, and as we say in jail, fuck around and you'll learn.
Now, after being released from jail around the early 2000s, Gayton McKenzie had gained notoriety in the early 2000s. Now, this was a result of his involvement in a prison exposé, which ultimately resulted in his early release during the Jali Commission of Inquiry's investigation into prison corruption.
Well, for me, it's that I think when I was 18 years old or so, I committed a crime. I committed various crimes. I was sentenced to 17 years in jail. I spent 10 years of the 17 years in jail. I came out, got myself a little job. I started going to schools to speak to young people. I've seen more than 2 million young children across the country. And then I got involved in business, and what I'm doing, I started a company called X Concepts, which is a company that helps ex-offenders. And yeah, that's my social responsibility.
He now runs a diverse business with interests in restaurants, hotels, and event ventures such as logistics and transports, importing, mining, energy, entertainment, and events, publishing, and farming. He also works as a consultant in a mining industry. You see, on November 30th, 2013, McKenzie established the Patriotic Alliance political party, and he was elected as its first leader. Before assisting with the Patriotic Alliance, Kunene left the Economic Freedom Fighters several months after the group's formation to join the Patriotic Alliance. And after the 2014 national elections, there were later rumors that Kunene had also left the Patriotic Alliance, but he has vehemently denied this. But unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, we wouldn't be talking about Gayton McKenzie if there wasn't corruption involved and conspiracy theories. Because allegedly, Gayton McKenzie has been involved with a few gang members as he is part of the Patriotic Alliance.
Whoever wants to kill me can kill me. And then the war started. The 28th, everybody now wanted us dead.
McKenzie has boasted a string of achievements since becoming the district mayor, from fixing potholes and swimming pools and bringing in investments and new businesses. But some residents claim these are all lies.
You see, in 2022, the then Central Karoo District Municipality Mayor, which is Gayton McKenzie, raised 3 million rand for service delivery at a gala dinner fundraising event in Sandton. The money was never deposited into the municipality's bank account. And in 2023, Eugene Botha, the national head of legal affairs for the Patriotic Alliance, and whose bank account the money was later found in, said that the money would be treated as a donation to the Patriotic Alliance, and he declared it to the IEC. In 2024, the Western Cape High Court ordered that McKenzie and the law firm linked to Botha E and Erasmus Y Incorporated hand over the relevant documents to investigators looking into the allegations of corruption. So it seems that corruption was not too far when it came to Gayton McKenzie, and it's no surprise given his past. It seems that people wanted to scrutinize Gayton McKenzie's every move, and I guess you could say that that's a good thing. It seems like this 3 million was going to be treated as a donation, but I don't know. Let me know what you think about this missing 3 million rand that seems to be all over the show. You see, whatever you say about Gayton McKenzie, it is pretty remarkable what the man has done. You see, one of Gayton McKenzie's business activities includes him going around from school to school talking about how he has changed and how he has learned from his past mistakes. You see, McKenzie used his story of changing from a life of crime during the apartheid years in South Africa to attaining success as a businessman as the basis for his popular motivational talks. He traveled to many schools in South Africa during his early years as a speaker, sponsored by a security company. It is very important to note the good that Gayton McKenzie has done, because while we can talk about his alleged gang ties, his alleged gang affiliation, his controversies with missing monies, it is really remarkable how Gayton McKenzie has managed to turn his life around and impact his areas in the Western Cape so positively.
I opened the tap and it was mud water. And I said, why you guys drink this water? He said, no, we cook it. And they said, look at that. And there was asbestos tanks. Just the fact that I saw asbestos tanks. And they said, dead animals fall in there. In that moment, I said, I must change this. But the media will never write about that. Today, every household there has got clean drinking water out of aluminium tanks. Nobody's using the asbestos tank anymore. Those are the things I've managed to do in 1 year. I've managed to fix pools in Rega Park while I was the mayor in Central Karoo. I've managed to bring hope to the people. Do you think I've succeeded? I'll give myself A, but not an A+ yet.
Gayton McKenzie is a shining example in my books of what can be achieved if we allow people the space to change.